This is the Trakke BANNOCH review, the Cobra edition. Very cool. And let's take a look at what makes this potentially the best go-to-work everyday carry bag. In the spectrum of everyday carry, this is on one far end of it. This is the most refined and just best feeling and probably most professional looking everyday carry backpack you'll find. So let's take a look. So I'm no super stranger to Trakke, and I've had, I did a previous review on their messenger bag when it came out in the Cobra edition. So this is the Bairn Cobra edition, and this is at 10 liters, a little on the small side for everyday carry, but is my go-to for minimalist everyday carry go to work because it just carries everything that I need. Now, a lot of times I will leave this at home and gravitate towards one of the backpacks because I want a little more volume to take maybe a lunch or some bigger, bulkier items or some camera equipment, you name it. I just want to carry some more. So a lot of times I'll go to the backpack, but I recently picked up, once Trakke started to carry more of their bags regularly in the Cobra edition. So they got these Cobra buckles on the front versus the G hooks, which I'm not very much of a fan of, and I'll more about that when I look at the details of this bag. But this, the backpack version, is essentially, if you ask me, the stretched out version of this, with a couple other key features, more than just the 7 liters of volume that it adds to this, but it's in a backpack configuration. So let's take a look at this, outside, inside features, see what I like, what I don't like, because this, again, is the best way to look professional at work. Is it really my style overall? I don't know, it's a little too refined for my taste, but still a fantastic bag, and really, in the spectrum of bags, this being on one end and probably, I don't know, the Lightspeed being on the other end. It's completely tactical, completely more business casual, ready for work. This one's on one end of that spectrum of bags, so this is definitely something to keep in the inventory when you really just want to look like you're not going to the range or going to attack a hill. This is definitely for work. It's in a waxed canvas exterior, and as you know, I'm a big fan of waxed canvas because my go-to has been, and is probably going to be for a very long time, is this waxed canvas GR1 Heritage in dark oak, a great color, that I've been carrying really everywhere. It's getting more and more beat up, but I like that. And so this is the GR1 21 liter, this is the Trakke BANNOCH in 17 liters, and the canvas feel is night and day different. This is like, I don't know, wet waxed feel on all the Heritage bags, that's their style, and the waxed canvas on all the Trakke bags are dry waxed. And it definitely feels different. It's definitely a waxed canvas feel at its core, but it just feels differently picking it up. And it's going to be personal preference which one you like better. I haven't had each of these out in a rainstorm to see which one would perform better completely soaked. Don't plan on doing that anytime soon, but just a general feel difference between the waxed canvas, wet waxed GR1 Heritage and the dry waxed Trakke. That's the little difference on the outsides. Additionally, the features that make this bag specifically different compared to the normal BANNOCH that they put out is the Cobra buckles. And the Cobra buckles were normally only oddly released a couple times a year, maybe once a year. Haven't followed on that long to see the actual frequency. But one of the things they asked on Instagram was, should they carry the Cobra buckles regularly? Absolutely. If you're building these bags at a rate that you're setting them out, I think you should leave this as an option because this look, for me, is fantastic. I just love the Cobra buckles. I wish more bags had them in it, and to me it's just so satisfying to open these bags and to click those in place. Just so awesome. Oh, one of my favorite sounds, definitely my favorite sound in the bag world, is the click of a Cobra buckle. Oh, just so satisfying. And so I definitely love this bag. It just, it brings up the tacticalness of this up just a notch, but again, with all of its other features and sewn in edges, just makes it awesome. Now, I said before, this is essentially the stretched out version of this Bairn messenger bag. True, but some different outside features. Number one being these external water bottle pockets. which are great. And they're not stretchy, they're sewn in, so they're just going to take away from the inside volume and then collapse down when they're not in use. So they definitely do that nicely. They're not, you know, completely out like some other bags. They're definitely nice and tucked in, but yet still fit this 18-ounce Yeti perfectly. And it's probably the go-to size. It fits nicely and a little snug, but not going to fly out at you, and it's just deep enough. There's no compression buckles to hold bigger items. You could put a tripod in there maybe, but again, there's nothing holding the top of it, so it could be flying all over the place. So to me, the water bottle is the best fit for that. There's you know, these sewn in webbing straps, which great, come into the buckle, and then lots of extra loop here with, you know, some rings at the end of it. Could clip some stuff, I haven't. And then those straps go all the way down to this bottom seam. The back side, some very comfortable straps, and they're slightly padded, but not overly padded. And a nice little, you know, more, it's not the waxed canvas on the inside, it's more of a, looks like a 500D-ish, maybe 1000D. It's not 1000D, probably 500D material on the bottom, just for a little more durability. And then just these buckles that are on the front, nice and bright silver, and they're not as smooth as some of the other buckles on other bags that I've had, so just think about that. They're a little long, and again, D-rings on this side of it. For whatever reason, these D-rings on both sides, and really on the Trakke, did the same thing. They just seem to connect with me in different places, connecting with my watch, other things. So I'm not so much a fan of these, but that's just a very minor detail. When I ordered this, I also ordered the sternum strap that they make, and not that I would keep this on here all the time, but it does connect on one side. It'll actually connect on either side, and then you have this G buckle to connect to the other side. So not sure that would leave that on there routinely. I got it just to test it out, see what it's like, and it's nice. It matches the mode of the bag, I would say, so definitely a nice touch if that's what you were going to do. Carry it longer distances, maybe one bag travel kind of thing. It does, it's the same webbing that goes top to bottom on the front is what the handle's made out of. It's just a nice handle. Definitely lots of, you know, able to, you know, hang it on a hook definitely with that handle and grab it. So definitely good there. No other external secret pockets, secret stash pockets, none of that. It's very refined. It is what it is. It's just a nice looking classic backpack with Cobra buckles. So that's the outside. Nothing on the bottom, no different material. Straight, flat bottom. And then that's it. So differences, really the water bottles holder is the only thing, and then obviously the way you carry it. And that's pretty much it. Outside differences between the Bairn and the BANNOCH. The inside, let's take a look at what's on the inside of the Trakke Bairn. Cobra buckles, fantastic. Bright, well, not so bright. It's not the, what's more king crab-ish, I would say. Orange, not totally bright, but it's definitely bright on the inside. On the inside, we got the same general setup that you see in the Trakke Bairn. The BANNOCH has the same thing. Has two vertical pockets, again a lot taller because that's the way this bag is designed. Still orange on the inside, so very cool. And then there's a very cool pocket on the front that you can put, in my case, my Apple iPad Pro in the, you know, protective case. So it just definitely fits the regular size iPad in there. Definitely a very nice feature that it's in the front. Now this flap, some people don't like this. I guess you could roll it over, but then you'd see the orange. But these front two pockets are very deep. And what's in here? Well, the Evergoods Cap 1 definitely fits, and that's pretty much packed out. The other side has the Wire Dop Mini from GoRuck. Definitely, those are two things that definitely fit very nicely just because they're nice and tall, and those things just fit perfect as if they were designed for it. So those are two of my favorite things to put in the front two pockets. Again, iPad in this front pocket. And in the main compartment, very similar layout to what's in the Trakke Bairn. You've got this main compartment, and then you've got a back laptop sleeve in the back, and that's just got the 13-inch MacBook Pro. Would definitely carry the larger MacBooks if you ask me, but it's definitely a deep enough pocket. It is not elevated. No, it is elevated. So it is slightly elevated, so it will definitely protect your iPad from connecting to the ground, which is very, very cool. Wish more companies did that little detail to keep the laptops safe. Now the other thing that's on the inside, and we'll show you what's taking up all the volume in there. But, well, actually, let's take out the top cap. 2L from EverGoods, definitely. And then, again, there's inside is this zippered pocket, very similar to what you find in the Bairn. And it's sort of deep. It goes down to about here, so not terribly deep, but that's where your secure items would go. And that is actually AquaGuard zipper on the inside. Weird, but that's the way it is. It's the only zipper on the whole bag, so it's AquaGuard. Now this is, again, 17 liters total, and most of that volume is this main compartment. So it's just a lot deeper. You could put all sorts of lunch boxes and you name it. Again, I had the EverGoods Cap 2 in there. You could also, you know, the Step 22, which is obviously a little bit deeper, also fits in the top. And what's down below to make that stick out? Well, let's show you what's down in there. And I've got the larger Yeti, 32 liters, 36 liters, 36 liters in there. And then another, this is the Field Pocket GR1 on its end with some other items in there. So that's really what fits this totally tall-ish frame size. And so it's just a big open compartment, no access to from the outside, but just a nice way to carry stuff, if you ask me, if you needed this taller capacity bag. And again, it's got that orange all the way in, and it is a very refined looking backpack, very comfortable on the back. Now again, you're just gonna have to accept that you're in a waxed canvas mode, so that's cool, but it might not be for you. This is, you know, water bottles fit in there just perfectly. So yeah, nice features. And really, if you ask me, this is the best way to go to work. And this bag, ton of features on the outside. You don't need to look like you're going to the range if you're going to work. So this is a nice look. What's bad about it? Well, to me, this on my back just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like, overall, I just don't think it fits me personally with the other modes that I normally travel in. Again, I'm looking at a GR1 most days, and I just like the different colors and fits and finishes of the GR1, from the waxed canvas to the 500 or 1000D Cordura. So normally the GR1 is my go-to. This one just doesn't, you know, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but if I'm gonna carry minimalist and want to look nice, I'm gonna carry that Bairn to work. This one's not it. But again, I like the layout and features of this. I think it's just a classic look. I'm definitely going to keep it just because it is, you know, and again, in the spectrum of bags, this is on one end in terms of looking nice for work. On the other end, you probably have your light speed, your GR1s, a lot of moly, a lot could be, you know, a lot of attachments, that kind of thing. But this one's not any of that. This one's not a hiking backpack. If you ask me, this one's going to work, and it looks perfect. And really the Cobra buckles, I think, just give it a nicer touch for me personally in the way I work. So that's it. That's what I think. That's the Trakke BANNOCH backpack, Cobra edition. Let's do it. Cobra buckles just very easily come off. I need to do this in one take so that it actually works. So here's what's inside. This one's just a little tricky. All right, so let's take a look at what's on the inside of this bag.